cusp. Not too old to adjust, old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup, something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, move G, anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword, swinging blades at these scrubs. Bitches flock like bugs to the light, getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps, I don't really got a type. Off top, bullshitting, all I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight, don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can, our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like,
So take it from me, I got some places I should take you to see. You know it's easy when you ride with a G. Light speed, moving fast through the city, trying to find me some peace. I finally lived to be the guy that I was dying to be. Still I got some trust issues, people lie through their teeth. The more I grew, the more they hide in the crease. Squad building, weak members get released. If we trying to compete, starting pitchers need relief. Bro, we building a team, everybody got a niche. I've been known to play mine to a T, but it's time for me to lead, picking dirt right out the cleats. Steep path, roadblocks in the streets, trying to knock me off my feet, cause the devil never sleeps. So I don't sleep too, and trying to breach safes that I didn't have the keys to. We all been victims of trauma we ain't agreed to, but the sun comes after, starting up a new chapter.
isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody dates a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Like, isn't it lovely?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Hope you all are having a good weekend. Turn the music down a little bit. There we go. All right. We are finally at Discord's floating record. This is a good one. It's gonna be interesting. It's only 17 nodes, but I have a feeling it's gonna be a long 17 nodes. So it's probably gonna be like a two day stream. I'm being in Discord's floating record, which is not bad. I'm not terrible. It's about standard in a sense, so it'll be interesting for sure. But I hope you all having a good weekend. This weekend is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I got a lot to work on. I'm gonna be working on the short film. Like that's gonna be happening after stream today, probably after I take a nap. And then from there, probably I'm hoping to get it out this weekend. I'm hoping to get it out this weekend. It should be interesting on how I'm gonna do it. And then let's see what else. After that, we'll be working on the next short film. Since that's gonna be interesting as well, since Chapter 36 is basically just kind of like one big old recap, except for like the very, very, very end of things. Like that's really it. Like that one's gonna be interesting for me to how I want to do that. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna be doing this weekend. A whole lot of fucking whole lot of working things. But yeah, that's the plan. Just short films, working on them. And then I'm going to spend time with the family on Sunday, because it's kind of like the one day where I really do nothing and just hang out with the family and all that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Ooh, excuse me. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? That's all I can really think of right now. But yeah, Discord. Let's go. Let's talk about Discord. Actually, talk about Discord. So we're finally here on this. I've heard that this was a really good chapter. Now I don't know anything of it. Thankfully, I've been spoiler free for this part. Oh, I guess we're gonna talk about chapter 36 too, and what I got fucking spoiled on. Yeah, so I got spoiled on spoilers. When I was in chapter 36, all those months ago when I made that one statement about people who wanted to spoil it will get banned, I ended up getting spoiled on fighting Vonnegut again. I got spoiled on Lee figuring out that I got spoiled on Lee knowing or getting shards of his past. Those are really the biggest ones that I can think of. But other than that, yeah, that's basically what I got hit on. So two kind of major things, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the gist of what I got spoiled on. But now, since I'm right here, I'm not gonna get spoiled no more. All right, you know what I'm saying? All right, I am ready to get started on this. I don't want to waste any more time. I am going to pause the music and unmute the game. Oh yeah, the music's setting the tone already. Alright, here we go, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 0 of episode 13, Woven Prologue. Let's do it. Oh! Damn, we start off with a cutscene? Oh, who's that? Ah! Man, why are they gonna do it like that? Alright, here we go. Episode 1, Godfather.
Damn it, those old bastards grabbed every scrap of food they trashed whatever they couldn't carry, what? Are they trying to starve us?
Crumbs of compressed biscuits are pressed into the dirt, too small to pick up. Even the pigeons can't find anything to peck at. The old scavenger keeps scraping at the ground with cracked hands, trying again and again to gather crumbs, cursing underneath his breath.
Thank goodness these old lads can still walk. Just wait, all of you will be limping one day.
The torn sofa spills its rotten suffering, with broken ceramic plates scattering beside it. The air stinks of fermenting fruits, peels mixed with a sharp color. A biting wind blows through, sweeping the stench away for a moment before it's gone.
Ugh, snow again.
He grips his aching leg and tilts his head back, gritting his teeth like he's forcing himself to stand through the sheer will. Hunger and dizziness from standing around after crouching so long have leave him so breathless and exhausted.
Hey, what about you, brat?
Stinking old man, I told you stop calling me a brat. A boy's voice comes from somewhere inside. A heap of junk. Moments later, a dust-covered figure squeezes out from between the two wrapped wooden boards.
Hey, I've asked you your name plenty of times, but you just keep it yourself.
Just don't call me that. Ha! Dust in my mouth. Had some luck today. I walked all that way and only found a dented can someone had already picked over under a collapsed building. At least it's so empty it can make us sick. We'll split it later.
That building used to be part of a lively little town, and they've cleared it up too, huh? No values, or they've abandoned it without a thought.
Probably Sinclair again. Hard to not know his face. He's plastered everywhere. It's benevolent tycoon who saved this tiny speck of the desert city. Even dogs are sick of hearing that story.
Fred Sinclair.
So what? Works out for the best, doesn't it? As long as we stick near those glowing gates, there will always be food and clothes getting tossed out.
You fool. The more those gates they build, the more like us there will be. Los Prados Entertainment Hall, never-ending party. Forget your troubles. Step into the paradise. Sing, dance, and thieves you scrondos dance yourself to death with your gilded gauge.
Take it easy, old man. If you swallowed your pride and applied for Los Prados, then sooner you still wouldn't be dragging that bad leg around here.
What do you know about aid programs? All lies. They're nothing but dirty, filthy hyenas in fine clothes feeding on corpses, and you. Stop with the big talk, kid.
The words hit a raw nerve. His face twitches with rage, but when he opens his mouth to curse, nothing comes. His cheeks flush, and only can manage our angry, incoherent mutters.
Swallow my pride, then why don't you beg your parents to take you back? You showed up here scavenging in a tile like some fancy gentleman, and look at you now, filth every day. What a sorry sight. Where's your pride? Did those dogs eat it?
The argument escalates. At first it's just shoving, but soon they're on the verge of a fight. What's it to you? You don't know anything about me.
Garbage like us. You're just waiting for the world to clear us out.
How you call it garbage? Even my parents did this over to me. With a loud thud, the boy charges like a bull, slamming the old man into a pile of old books and newspapers, sending pages flying.
You listen to me, kid.
Oh, kitten? They both freeze. Still pressing his head into the old man's chest, the boy frees one arm and shoves aside the junk in front of him. The kitten-like cries out louder. They follow the sound scores and exchange a bewildered look.
Oh, it's a baby.
A human infant wails at them from inside a swaddling cloth.
Damn it, leaving a baby out here in this weather? Were they trying to kill her?
Their eyes return to the baby, still struggling a wave of her tiny fist. The cold has turned her skin to frostbitten red-purple, and even her whimpers are growing faint. The old man wipes his hand over and over in his ragged coat, then hesitates, too afraid to take the swaddled baby.
Can you keep it down? Cry him any more and you'll be out of strength.
Young scavenger shoves past the hesitant old vagrant, tucking his hand into his sleeves far too long for him. Move aside, Ping. There. No more crying.
You're pretty good at this.
I used to have a little brother. I'd take care of him when my parents were at work. Then one day he got sick and died. After that, the boy exhales a cloud of white vapor, gasping like the cold has stolen his last breath, and falls silent.
That's so.
Ping doesn't ask any more questions. Among the scavengers, there are an unspoken rule. You don't dig into someone's past unless they bring it up themselves. The baby finally stops crying, whether from exhaustion or the warmth in the boy's arms. Ping can't do anything to help. He just paces in circles, but there's nothing around. No belongings, no clues, nothing that could prove the baby's identity. No name tag, no forgotten trinket, not even the faintest traces of the mother's scent. The swaddling is thick with dust, as if it were hastily taken from some long forgotten corner.
Hey, we can't raise a baby. You want it scavenging with us and sleeping under bridges? And it's cold. Where will we get milk?
The boy stays silent, jaws set, so Ping tries again.
Listen, brat, this isn't picking up a stray cat or a dog. The baby can't live on expired canned foods like we do.
I know. The baby's parents must be garbage.
Or maybe they're in trouble. Maybe they had no choice.
No. They're just like my parents, dumped me with shameless relatives and never came back. I'll go to New Nellis myself to get the truth.
What? Your parents were from New Nellis Air Force Base? That place closes all of its checkpoints once winter sets in.
The boy rolls his sleeve up, turning them over until he finds a patch of cleaner inner fabric, then gently wipes the baby's face with it. Ping quickly pours a little water from his flask to dampen the cloth and help. Those relatives even drove my dog away, beat it until it cried, said it had no value, that they'd never take it under the burden. Value? So that my only value to them is to force me? Or is the foster money? That's what it was. That dog was my lost family. Before she left, my mother never let me name it. Said naming it would make me too attached. Saying goodbye would hurt more. Did she already know? Had she already decided to get rid of me? Then why name me Felix and my little brother Lucas? The boy pours a dog tag from inside his coat, polished to shine through his daily care. Now Ping understands why the metal tag is blank. I'd rather be out here on my own than to ever forgive them. Ping falls silent, meeting the boy's stubborn gaze before letting out a long sigh. He used to think that the boy was just wandering around looking for a lost pet dog, and that once he tasted real hardship, he comes crawling back home in tears. The boy's voice is barely a whisper in the cold, soft enough to vanish into the wind, but it suddenly grows louder. I'll go find it. Whatever we need. Food, baby stuff, anything. I'm small, quick, I can squeeze through anywhere. There's no way I let this world make a room. I have no way. Man, there's no way this world can make room. What the fuck? There's no way this world can't make room for one baby to live.
Hey, Brad, you.
Poor baby. You were thrown away because they thought you had no value too.
But a newborn is innocent, the purest thing in the world. Beers looks from the baby to the tag he clutches even while he sleeps. Value. Ping's eyes go distant to worlds he words he's held back, slipping free. Why do you still carry that dog tag if there's no value anymore?
This is my treasure. The boy says stolen by. I always thought even if I died, no matter where, as long as I had this, someone would know who I was. No matter what I become, this dog tag is the only thing that makes me different.
Old memories press heavier and heavier on Pink's chest until angry bursts out of nowhere. That's what soldiers' dog tags do, you little brat. Who do you think you are? Look around. This isn't a war zone. It's a stinking garbage heap. Tomorrow we might not find food. The day after the blizzard could hit, and we're both buried right here. Who in the world cares if you live and die? Ping's eyes brim with tears as he yells, but he sounds more like he's shouting on himself than the boy. No one cares whether we live or die.
I care, and I care about this baby, don't we?
Felix's gaze jumps between Ping and the baby, and he draws his deep breath, his voice almost lost in the wind.
Ping, we can't just leave the baby here.
I know! Ping's voice grows raw with old memories, the weight of the despair and bitterness pushing him to shout. When I was young, I had a family too. I had a kid. Life at the desert outpost was too hard, too lonely. One day I just sat there watching tumbleweeds roll past over and over. I couldn't take it anymore. I stopped caring about anything except going home to see my child's face. The baby in the boy's arm lies with eyes half closed, her tiny face calm and peaceful. Ping keeps wiping at his eyes with the tips of his fingers. I hurt my leg on purpose, threw away my worth. Deserted the post for a home, hoping for the hot meal and familiar faces. But when I got there, it was all gone. The houses were flat in the streets, nothing but rubble. The people gone, maybe they gone, all that glittering place into the distance. You work your whole life thinking it'll buy you a happy family or stable retirement, or just someone else can add a mansion to the collection and sports car to the garage. That's how it is. The poor get driven out and the rich get richer. Even so, the baby's still worse off than me, born with nothing, homeless from the start.
Homeless people. There are two of us right here. We're all in this together.
A defiant smile tugs at the boy's lip as he straightens his thin chest. With that one sentence, he seems to stitch an invisible thread tying the three of them together among the trash.
Poor little one. Thank you for coming into this world. For coming to us.
That's right, we're all the same. Born naked with nothing at all. Before we were beggars or unburied, we were just helpless, clueless babies. We were all just helpless, clueless babies. Pink stretches his bad leg without thinking, eyes fixed on the patch of light breaking through the clouds. The gray layers of the clouds start to shift, splitting into tiny cracks. Gentle rays of sun filter through the threads, spilling across the distant mountains in a warm golden glow. Felix, we should give the baby up. The boy blinks back tears, his eyes pleading silently, waiting for Ping to change his mind.
Send her to Los Prados? Maybe there are places that could raise a baby? But...
People like us, this card can't get into Los Prados right now. The city child care center is too far, and I know someone better. Or somewhere better.
Hello, I am from Indonesian Yazi! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whoever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome. Hope you're having a good one. Glad to have you here. That's awesome, you're from Indonesian. I'm from the States, so... USA. That's me. That's where I'm at. I used to stream in the mornings, but I had to work. I had to switch my work. So now I'm streaming at like 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So now I am. But on Saturdays I'm able to stream on the early in the morning. So, I hope I can interact with you using Google Translate. Oh yeah, hey, you're all good. Don't you worry. If you butcher the English, don't worry about it. So you're all good, but I hope you are. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I thank you that you are wanting to interact. even going so far to use a Google Translator. That's awesome. So, yeah, we're just doing the story right now, though. We're just doing Discord's floating record. So nothing crazy. And yeah. But I'm going to take a nap after stream because I did not sleep good. So I'm going to be able to... I need to... Let's see. I have to take a nap and then I have to get started on working on content. So it's going to be a very, very busy day. But with that being said, let us continue on with the story.
Think about what's really best for the baby. Think about your brother. The baby gets sick, we'll just be helpless.
Felix staggers as the baby reaches up and grabs a fistful of hair. Oh, you little rascal.
Alright, enough of that hand dog look.
Ping pats Felix on the back. The boy straightens and he finally is deciding on something, a flicker of a leap in his eyes. Give this to her.
Isn't what you treasure the most?
At least let her take this. He tucks his dog tag gently into the swaddling, placing it into the baby's chest. There. Now she won't have nothing. I hope, even in times like this, she can grow up safe. Pink takes the baby, tucking the swaddle corners snug and patting her in the place of the goodbye. As if sensing something, she starts to cry again.
Be good. Live on. Don't end up like us. Homeless.
Ping, you talk too much. Come on, let's go. People are coming out. Farewell, purest child in the world. The boy gives the baby one last look, then disappears into the snow with Ping. But I also see your videos. Your video content is quite interesting. Yeah, hey, it's a bit unique. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. It's unique. And what I've got planned is going to be very fun. Going to be very fun. But I won't say anything because I'll spoil the fun. Gosh. But yeah, I'm glad you like, and I'm glad that you see the videos I am putting out. It makes me happy. I can speak a little English, just basic words that my friends told me. Hey, you know what? That's better than none. You know, that's better than none. So you're all good. Don't you worry about it. Snow dust, the weathered oak walls beyond the leaded windows. The world outside has turned into a silent white tapestry. The old tailor paces back and forth, stacking the finished fabrics into neat piles. The young apprentices chatter loudly as they head out through the main door for a break, leaving the workshop quiet. Old stitches and white crook. Sloppy work, redo it. Now, this one's decent. Was it the new girl? What was her name again? Once his work is done, he cracks the window for fresh air. Out of the white expanse, a faint glint, and the small piece of metal bounces into the old tailor's thick glasses. Oh, what's that? The old man runs for the door, fumbling to unite the debris-filled apron and toss it onto the melting snow. He drops to his knees. The swaddling is covered in snow, with more packed inside, but the baby still clutches a small metal tag and breathes faintly. This really is a blessing from above. The snow lies, a soaked scrap of paper, its withering blurred, only the words "take care" can still be made out. His eyes settle on the apron he just tossed aside. A small handkerchief his late wife made peeks out from his pocket. The corner is embroidered with a tiny blue flower. His breathing quickens. Was she sent by the Holy Mother? Thank you, Holy Mother. It is cold. He pulls the baby close, his glasses sitting crooked in his nose, tears running down from the deep lines of his face. She'll be my treasure. Okay. Interesting. Episode 2, Needle. I don't remember much when I was little. The old tailor told me that I was left at his workshop door with nothing but a dog tag. If I hadn't caught the light that day, I probably would have frozen in the snow. He told me to keep it with me always, my lucky charm. Okay. Oh, so that's why you treasure that bit of metal so much. But Auntie Needle never liked me. She says I must be some dirty vagabond child, or that I was brought by the dogs. The old tailor never listens to her. He calls me his treasure. Do you already have a PGR guild? Yes, I do. Ironclad Nebula. Ironclad space Nebula. That is my guild. That is the guild that I've run. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been as upkeeping as I need to be. Just because I've been working so much on a lot of things that I've just kind of, I'm not gonna lie, neglected it. So I've got to get back into that and make sure that the guild's still doing good. So, but I do have one. Ironclad Nebula. The girl's face is hidden in the shadow of her head brim, and her features hazy. She ignores the noise around her, lifting her teacup with perfect posture, pinky embracing the bottom. Her words drift into the rising steam. So, what happened next? For the first few years, the old tailor keeps Concorda's origins quiet, afraid that it might cause trouble. In the workshop, life is always half hidden. Concorda is told to be quiet to act grown up. Most days, Condora is bored in tears, listening to the click-clack of sewing machines. Only after she grows stronger and healthier does the old tailor proudly call her his daughter. I thought I could invite you to my guild. Well, I thank you for the offer, but I can't accept. I can't accept. Ironclad Nebula is where I belong. But I thank you. The old tailor's room had rows of metal boxes, each stuffed with letters stamped bright red, rejected. Concorda's arrival finally pulls him away from the iron tang of those boxes above and bare empty wardrobes. One day, the old tailor simply stopped stuffing the return letters into his tin box. He loves his child as if she were his own. Okay, I see things. Oh yeah, of course. There we go. She was heaven's greatest gift to me. The old tailor starts telling anyone who would listen. What I hold is my happiness. His hands can still feel the ghost of her weight, the faint warmth from when she was small. Look at you, Concorda. Taller again. Soon as the door frame won't be high enough for you, your marks. He draws the chalk lines himself with a carpenter's rule, smiling at the going marks like they are tree rings. One day, the others at the workshop notice that he has stopped writing unanswered letters and starts keeping a diary instead. I'll cook for her every day. Watch her put on cute clothes I made. We'll go out hand in hand. Time moves too slowly. I can't wait to see her grown up. After writing this, the old tailor sets down the pen, takes off his glasses, and stares for a long time at the ink spots on his diary. Here, time moves too fast. You're still small. I just want to stay with you a little longer. Oh no, not the old man. He feels both the joy of watching her grow and the fear that he won't be there for her much longer. Her first steps, her first falls, her laughter. He bakes her birthday cakes years after year. When boredom makes you pester him, he gives in, teaching her to thread a needle and use child-safe scissors. Concorda is still too young to understand how her arrival and growth have changed the workshop. She doesn't yet comprehend the adults hidden subtly around her, but she can feel the cold shoulders from the other children. She throws herself into the hobby she's learned from Osmos, first playing with fabric scraps and clumsily mending her own clothes. This is a sewing through and this is a seeping ripper. Look, soft. Thread looks soft, but when pulling tight it's sharp. Be careful when you use it. Woo, little Discord! Threads crouches beside her, patiently showing her the tools that rely on to make a living. Look, Auntie Thread, your heel is lost. It's right there. You have such sharp eyes. Thread is always smiling, and the nearby children are drawn to her warmth. Fabric walks by carrying silk and pauses to ask. Concorda, what do you keep wanting? What do you want to learn tailoring? So I can help at the workshop. Needle and scissors, busy cutting and marking nearby, freeze for a second and exchange a dark, knowing look. Fabric watches Concorda eye the fabric shears with eager interest and can't help but imagining his soon-to-be-born daughter. A smile spreads across his round face as he praises the girl. Such a thoughtful kid, but those sharp tools are still too dangerous for you. Go play with your dolls for now.
The apprentices hear the child's words differently than she means them. The workshop income has been dropping for years. Even if they master their craft, will it be enough to survive?
If you go to Indonesia, I'm sure your English grades will be a perfect 100.
No, I don't know about that. Machines can mass produce almost anything now. The famous designer's work is only for the elite, leaving workshops like theirs stubbornly hand making everything, escaping with just enough to eat. In Los Prados, the world's entertainment capital, the rich flood in and spend credits like water. At the snap of their fingers, fortunes spring up like fountains. Expensive suits, gowns, exclusive sailing perfumes, symbols of wealth that have to be switched up daily because no one wants to be looked down on. Their favorite phrase, one of a kind. They brag about how many people and how much work went into their custom orders, competing more and more viciously each year. Artisan craftsmanship, handmade excellence, that's their badge of superiority. The thing they flaunt at every social event. The public laps up media report tech breakthroughs and lavish feasts. The insurance industry is booming as they never before, as it feels as if it will all last forever. They call this the light of the golden age because they're basking in it. They don't see the tiny forgotten workshops hiding in the shadow. How about a workshop?
Times have changed. The girl turns her head straight to the cast of words as curiosity flames across her face.
What kind of era you're talking about?
Only people who see the future without worry can truly enjoy life, and everyone seems to have their own idea of what the golden age means. Concordia is the same. Carefree, unaware of the adult's concerns, unable to grasp the change of time, she skips off with her doll, leaving the workshop heavy in silence. For a 5-year-old, one thing feels worth worrying about.
Can we ask them to play with us? Can I show them my favorite puppy doll?
You could try, but I don't think they like you. After much hesitation, Concordia musters her courage and walks over to the kids.
Can I play with you?
You're unwanted, brought here by the dog.
I'm not playing with you.
One girl mutters under her breath, pointing at the Concordia. The other children laugh.
But that's not true. You're lying.
See, I told you.
Oi, Finn, if we play with you, you'll have bad luck. I do have a dad. Your Taylor is my dad. Ha! He's old enough to be your grandpa. You'll be thrown out with him sooner or later. No way.
She looks down on you and she badmouths the old Taylor.
Soon you'll be filthy, picking out the food trash on the street like some unwanted stray. Ha ha ha.
Teach her a lesson. Shut her up. Concordia steels herself the moment the ringleader turns to laugh at the others. She shoves her hard from behind. The girl lands on an icy puddle, her clothes and hair soaked with filthy water. She bursts into tears, the others scatter. That's more like it. Let's see her power. Wait. Let her see that power is everything.
Look who's the filthy one now.
Oh boy. A strange thrill rushes through Cordia. She's won. No one can talk to her like that anymore. Blood of his right. Power matters most. But then the old Taylor's daily prayers echo in her mind, washing the thrill away. The old Taylor has always been devout. An age where faith has given way to rapid technological progress, people like him are rare, put their trust in the progress rather than the divine. May the Holy Mother protect us, he often says at the end of the conversation, though the others at the workshop hardly pay attention. Only a clear, calm science can bring you happiness. He takes his weekly church prayer seriously and sometimes brings Cordia along. Even though I don't understand what you're saying, it's like seeing people use a foreign language and speaking in front of us. But I enjoy playing your PGR games. But I enjoy playing PGR games. That's kind of like how it is for us whenever we watch anime. When I have to listen to another language. So it is interesting how that goes sometimes. It is interesting. But Cordia is too young to understand the adult's murmured prayers. She just sits and counts the pattern floor tiles under her feet one by one. By the time she gets to around 100 or 70, maybe even 190, the prayers are ending. On days he doesn't go to church, the old Taylor still washes his hands clean, sits by the living room doorway, and prays in a clear voice for the departed to reach to the world of the light. Forgive all sins, we deliver us from peril. Oh, and deliver us from peril.
You're mean. Oh! I'm telling the grown-ups everything. Did I do something wrong?
Nope. Ignore her. I'll always play with you. I'll be your best friend. Come on, let's go play in the swings.
Concordia hearts pounds and feels wrong somehow, but speaking badly about the old tailor feels wrong too. She hovers between the two worlds, unsure which way to go. One world is bright, good, and righteous, where she's expected to do the right thing. If she does wrong, she should apologize sincerely and ask for forgiveness. All kind souls are meant to go to that place. The other world is a strange, scary, and wrapped in gray mist. People there are usually rule breakers, but somehow freer. Like Bladder, who swings lazily without a care. Cordia trudges home to her bright, orderly world. Her heart lingers on the other one, uneasy whether to confess what happened today.
I don't want anyone to play with me.
You've got me, that's all you need.
That was just a joke, right? I didn't do anything wrong.
She tries to reassure herself, but guilt and fear cling to her, rising like cold water around her ankles. She knows the old jailer wouldn't approve. In his workshop, everything must be neat, fair, and just. Anyone who makes a mistake is judged and told to make it right. The apprentices think he's too strict, but they follow his rules all the same. The Holy Mother wants to hear people confess so she can wrap them in her endless love. To be human, it seems is to be born with sin. Concordia wonders if she should pray to the Holy Mother. Could she take away this unease and tell her what's right? She cautiously pushes open the workshop door. The old tailor looks up from his pile of fabric, smiling and waving her over. Warmth, light, safety, and familiar sense around her. Concordia smiles back. She decides to keep today's events a secret, but now she's back in the world of light.
When it's over, I'll send you to school. I've already got the supplies. Soon our Concordia will be ready to riding. School?
Concordia frowns, steps back, biting her lips, twisting her fingers, tears almost swell in her eyes.
What's school? No, don't cry! Are you sending me away? You don't want me anymore?
The weather turns foul fast, weather's brief gift of sunshine is gone, replaced by thick clouds of heavy quotes, looming low and sullen. Inside, the workshop feels gray and dusty, and the air restless with drifting specks. Concordia's bright, safe world feels like it's teetering on the edge of collapse, fragile as an egg as about to smash to the floor.
Of course not. How could I not haunt you? You'll just go to school during the day, and I'll pick you up every evening and bring you home. Then why do I have to go to school? You'll learn things there, things you enjoy. You'll make new friends. School is one of the best things humans ever come up with. New friends? Can I have friends besides Bladder? Other kids never want to be my friend. They say I'm different. A bad kid with no mom or dad.
The old tailor studies her downcast face, guiltily folding his rough hands together, fingers brushing over his clauses as he searches for the right words to comfort her. I have no clue what you're talking about, or what you just said there.
How can you be a bad child? You work hard at someone every day. Did you say you wanted to grow up and help me? Want you in school?
He gently takes the doll from the girl's arms and fiddles with it, trying to make her smile.
I don't want to go. I like sewing. You've been teaching me. Isn't that enough? Oh, don't you want to know how to write your name? Oh, mine? I can't remember all of those. My full name is a bit long for Concordia. It carries my grandfather, his grandfather, in the history of this workshop. You're always saying names are hard, so you can call everyone by their tools. Once you're in school, you'll learn everything you need. Remembering people's names, for example. That's just good manners. Really? I'll learn all that just by going to school? Of course. Until you learn to write it yourself, I'll sew your name right here. Look here. Concordia. When the old tailor picks up a needle and thread, his rough fingers move with the lightness of fluttering butterflies. The deep blue thread matches the color of her hair. She stares in awe at the fresh stitches inside the stuffed animal's ear. Lines and loops she can't yet read or remember. But that's alright. She'll learn them in school soon enough. Just like needle and a thread can turn scraps into toys or clothes. You've got a pair of skillful hands, too. One day you'll be able to stitch your life into whatever shape you want. Whatever shape I want. The stuffed puppy waddles toward her, ears flopping, head bobbling. Oh, where, my little dog gone? Oh, where, dog is so cute. No, this is Discord. I gently pet him. And give him hugs and kisses, too. Dear little dog, I love you. The girl is completely amazed by the floppy ear stuffed puppy before her. Resting in the old tailor's warm embrace, she traces the stitching over and over before breaking into a grin. The poor stray poor because anyone can do their work. To survive, they have become irreplaceable. The translations are you enjoying the story of the game? Oh, okay. I am enjoying the story so far. So far, it's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. We're only two episodes in, and it's pretty good. The workshop runs like it's been forgotten by time. Manual labor, no big mistakes, never straying from its path. But change still comes knocking. Orders are dropping, replaced by large factories or newer machines. The art of clothing, refined over thousands of years, is now being studied, cut apart, and reassembled by machine code by the breathtaking pace. Everywhere, new designs are churned out, cheap imitations dressed up as innovation. Only large, intricate embroidery remains within their reach. The threads are expensive, the work delicate. These embroideries and powdered embellishments are often made as complex as possible to show off the wealth and taste, studied in countless sequence of beads. To build machines precise enough to mass-produce that level of detail will cost far more than paying human hands. The workshop orders gradually turn into eye-straining, hand-cramping detail work, making them mere appendage to bigger factories. The old tailor's hair grows whiter each year and his hands less steady. Most of the time, he leaves the work to the apprentices, keeping only the simplest old-fashioned woman's garments for himself. Even though they have no use for them yet, he hangs them each one in the ward, sewing the labels by hand. One is from Cordia's first day of school. This is for when she comes of age. This is her first wool vest. That one, maybe she'll want to wear it at a party someday. He takes out his treasured handkerchief and glances at it, as if he can still see the wife's smile there. Then he cheerfully goes back to gathering stray beads and fabric scraps that have no use now. Not everyone can find content in this steadily declining, predictable life. The old tailor is getting in on the years. Oh, he doesn't look like someone who can adapt to new tech. That's a bit much. We could at least ask what he thinks. Everyone knows that he's gonna die when he's rather die than to switch to the newer machine. He's terrified of that accident happening again. Strict, stubborn, inflexible, out of touch, and in his way. Orders from the last predators keep piling up. The balls and galls are getting bigger each season. If we can't work with the actors or songstresses, we won't get back in. If we stick to what makes our workshop special, things will get better, right? Special? Nobody cares about quality now. People replace everything easily, quickly, as changing clothes. Hard-working grit don't get praised anymore. People love quick wins. A lot of these shops are on every corner. Heard about the baker's kid next door? Won first prize in a lottery ticket and quit on the spot, grinning ear to ear. Pounding at the door, hard enough to split the wood, cuts their chatter short. Every gaze in the room snaps to the visitor. We got company. It's those people in white shirts everyone talks about. Cordia shrinks from her usual corner with needles and threads, scurries to her own room, and locks the door. Sorry, the city council is offering a substantial sum, enough for you to retire comfortably. The old tailor snorts and drops his fabric shears onto the table with a heavy clank. These days, a different person in a white shirt shows up every few days, all for the same thing. Retire? You're telling me a tailor of decades to retire? If I were you, sir, I'd sign agents to go and settle in on flourishing Los Pedos by now. What is that girl you holding on to? Am I holding on to? The old tailor's mustache bristles and his eyes bold with anger, and he even spills coffee across his cuff. Every coat in this town, every pair of suit pants, cashmere vest, or apron your mother or grandmother wore come out of this workshop. Why would I trade that for coin? Out! I've said this 1,000 times. The man in the white shirt licks his lip and keeps going, trying to look professional. Times have changed, sir. People always fear what's new, but the ending is always the same. Hardly anyone reads books or letters now. Gold and banknotes have turned into credit points. From here on out, it's the age of technology and progress. Have you seen the news? They've detected a 600-meter asteroid with a high chance of hitting Earth in a few years, but the Human Technology Alliance has already sent ships to handle it. One blast, fireworks in space, and the threat is gone. That last one like that wiped out the dinosaurs that brought centuries to the Ice Age. The time, this won't happen. Our brightest and best guarantee it won't never happen. This glory belongs to the noble, virtuous human race. Yo Taylor shows no sign of being moved by empty slogans. The man in the white shirt lowers his raised fist, chastened. Do people reach out into their suit pockets and pay you after a speech like that? Begging to his finest? You're a commoner. What I mean is I respect your craft and this workshop that embodies the era of dignity, like history itself, but even if they had smashed the first power loom, humanity would never have gone back to the spinning wheels or hanging shuttles. Progress is irreversible, sir. The plan needs to make way for progress, for our shared better future. Not the same thing at all. And who gave you the right to decide what is value? This workshop, the people. What makes you think you can measure them? The man in white shirt scans the aging workshop. Visitors are rare now. The century-old signboard is chipping and peeling, its letters worn away with no one to repair them. A few workers saw Sue drastically more interested in the conversation than the dull work in their hands. The white shirt man looks pleased. Mr. Akabal, believe it or not, you're quite the known well from where we come from. We regret what happened in that incident too. If you just signed these, we'd be happy to give the past a better closure. Sign papers? Closure? That's what you did back then. Papers signed and the slate wiped clean. You think I believe your lies again? I could give up everything else. But a dead person, she could never. But a dead person, could she ever come back? Yo Taylor's voice breaks. He has to take a few deep breaths. He looks at the wardrobes that once stood empty when they were no longer needed. We understand you're upset about what happened back then, but let's not max issues. Don't mix issues. Fine words. You people in white shirts come and go, spitting cold, empty lines. No one takes responsibility. No one truly cares. Everyone knows they spent more money slicing thousands of people than fixing the problem. I just want the ones responsible to step forward and explain what happened, where it went wrong, who slipped up, to mend it properly, like stitching on a patch. And if it can't be mended, then throw the rags out for good. It shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. You go on and on, letters to complain, positions for years, and to fill a lifetime. Don't you really know the truth in your heart? We're not the ones who caused those tragedies. At the end of his rope, the man in the white shirt pops open his collar and drops the threat. You may be a fool, but your apprentice is hard. A place like this, one spark and it burns to the ground. Be sensible. It'll be better for everybody. Someone sucks in a breath, a loose spool of thread tumbles to the floor. What a shame. We'll be back. He strides out head high, his pristine black shoes creak sharply into wood. Thread shakes her head, closes the door, and goes back to her embroidery. Needle and scissors stand on either side of the workbench, tugging at the fabric. They can't get it smooth, flatten to the left and the right puckers. Fabric clutches a tape measure, wraps it around his head again and again, nearly choking himself. Hypocrite! The old tailor glares at the retreating back, curses it under breath, and turns to his apprentices. No one dares meet his disappointed eyes. Master, maybe we should at least consider the offer. Needle forces the words out, palms sweating. Rich! Did I teach you this craft so you could help outsiders sell off our workshop? He explodes, pounding the workbench again and again. The thunder of echoes through her room and makes the tools jumble. That's not what I meant. Fabric jumps to smooth it over. Hey, Catherine's just kidding, right? All of us, you're the most skilled. Your stitches are the best. But these past few years, they get the same pay. We get the same pay while deadlines shrink. The work gets heavier and harder. Scissor steps up, putting himself between Needle and the old tailor. You! Please don't be angry, Master. Everyone's just exhausted from all the odd jobs lately. Hell, even you! Holy mother, protect us.
It wasn't like this in the past.
In his memories, butchers, laborers, bakers, blacksmiths, and tailors all sat happily on benches in front, basking in the same sunlight full of life. People helped one another, standing strong, their steady eyes quietly guarding their pride and beauty of craft.
At least not now. Back to work. What do you think? There's worse shops down today.
Exhausted, he wipes away the coffin stain, removes his sleeve guards and apron, and retreats to the back room. The air in the workshop grows more stiffening by the minute, only furrowed brows and the clicks of sewing needles break the silence.
Why is everyone so angry?
No one answers. An era is ending. The comfortable, steady old order shatters in an instant. Who is to blame? Who could take the blame? Though the heavy gloom, something sharp cuts across.
Anyone else want to speak up? Maybe say something foolish like, it'll all get better?
Oh, we get to fight? Oh, little chibi! Episode 3, threading.
What did you say? Shorten it again? The big city factories are so overloaded that even running the machines around the clock isn't enough, and now they want us to sew the trimmings to fill the gaps? Earlier deadlines, faster speeds?
Our words keep cutting the night like a blade.
The big factories take prime cuts and we get scrapped, sleepless nights, day after day, sinking junk bed speeds? Do they know how much prices have jumped, or do they know how many loaves one heavy dress earns us? None of you deserve it. Not a single one.
Needle grows more furious with every word, trembling all over. She hurls the half-finished gown. The precious thread snaps in her natural pearls of every size, scatters to the floor. They all stay up all night after night to finish this order. Massive workloads and half-time lines fray every nerve, fresh and blood need rest. No one can outrun machines. Dark rings set under dull, empty eyes as a stamped into every face.
Easy, easy, easy. These pearls are worth more than both of our lives.
Fabric sprawls across the floor, carefully gathering the precious pearls one by one.
Worth? 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 Who has ever cared if we ever live or die?
Beat is rolled into the peeless gaps. Fabric can't reach it no matter what. He hauls himself up, chest heavy, sweat burns his eyes so bad that he can't close them. The big, backboard man finally breaks.
What else can we do? What the client says, what we do. They're the gods. Not every time. Who cares? Look at the zeros on the plenty cause. Master doesn't bother anymore. Today he's chased a white shirt man off and shut himself in the back room.
When persuasion fails, the white shirt man shouts outside the door. Come on, everyone. Having work beats machines taking your jobs, and you end up on the streets. Fabric's head buzzes, his heartbeat hammers in his ears.
Anita, the master likes you, master. Can't you talk to him? I tried so many times. He said he wouldn't agree, that he refused to lose like this.
The woman drops her head, tracing the floor with her fingertip.
Isn't there a better way?
It's a whole bag full of credit cards. Can't the old man see these impossible orders are killing us?
Good thing I only get myself to feed.
I have to think about my daughter's future. If you want to stitch it better, make it sturdier.
Get real. Anyone can idea you by that pretty stitching, but if a single beat goes missing, they'll be at your door pointing at your forehead.
Why not just stitch it sloppier then? Stop with the excuses. It's fair competition. If you can't do better than others, if that's the machines, you're the one who gets cut. Usually calm, Susan now shakes his head periodically. As if over time has driven him mad. Looks like he's at his limit too.
You're fine, like living like this forever?
Everyone freezes. The silence is so deep we could hear a pin drop.
What do you mean?
Three had asked timidly, and hands are all gathered to pearls the fabric.
What do I mean? Clients take away gowns and spend hundreds of hours embroidering, days and nights out of work, every bit of skill we have. Rich colors, beautiful hand, gold, silver threads, and in the end of it sits forgotten in the same corner of a massive closet, one piece among thousands. They already own enough clothes to last hundreds of years, from the cradle to the polished grave.
Needle stares at the permanent stains on her clothes and, without thinking, touches the old throb from her left ear. During one delivery, she hesitated, reluctant to hand over the silk she had sewn. For that hesitation, she took a vicious slap that perforated her eardrum, blood spilling down then and there. Take your dirty hands off! Luckily for you, the blood didn't touch the dress, otherwise you'd have earned a few more slaps. She would never forget the way they looked at her like filth, even though her exquisite embroidery they adored came from these same hands. Neil Taylor's habit of swallowing every complaint only deepens her despair about the workshop present and future.
They're major clients. Can't afford to offend them. They gave extra quality compensation. I have had enough.
The exhaustion in Needle's eyes burn at the spark. She bites off every word through the clenched teeth. Scissors studied the anger carved into her face. He knows she's been the best embroiderer around for a decade, and that her exhaustion she's thrown at her hopes into a pit that gives nothing back. Countless lifelike miracles are born from her hands, but no one has the patience to wait for miracles anymore. Production could give little comfort and safety by now, and yet some are still worked to death. What I'm saying is, if you don't get rich, you'll rot in the closet where no one remembers you. The world doesn't care about the poor. I won't miss any chance that comes. I'm not gonna join the homeless with a smile. How would you talk to him? How would you talk him around? They've come to buy this place 15, 20 times. The old tailor throws him out every time. You're the Nita, he'll never agree. They stared at one half of the time market price. Stingy as could be, but by the time they came during the day, it had gone up to triple. Triple? That's a jackpot! Voice cracks with the scream. With that money, she never blistered her hands in this crumbling room again. Perhaps just after a little of the glowing afterglow might still brush them. Where there's profit, people flock. Where profit doubles, some sell their conscience. Rabbit clears his throat uneasy. I got objections, a better plan? How do we stop this rundown shop from being swapped out quickly and easily? No, I don't. Change has to happen. The stubborn old mule. I'll give him a proper retirement send-off for old time's sake. Late at night, Cordia clutches her favorite puppy doll. Ready to sleep as always, the old tailor sits by her bed and tucks the blanket around her. No stories tonight. Let's just talk for a while, alright? The girl senses something different about the old tailor today, and he answers in a small mumble. Okay. Concordia, what do you think about Aunt Needle? She's scary. I'm afraid to talk to her. She litters the workshop with torn paper scraps. What are those colorful papers with numbers for? If they're important, why tear them up? If they're useless, why stare at them all the time? The old tailor wants to sigh, but holds back in front of the child. Are you afraid? Auntie Thread is kind. She comforts Auntie Needle when she cries, and she got some super soft fabric. I heard it's really expensive to make clothes for Uncle Fabric's baby girl when she's born. She's shy with people she knows or strangers outside. She always speaks in a tiny, tiny voice. The old tailor thinks for a moment and asks another question. What about your Uncle Fabric? He's the only one who praises me, but when they fight, he never takes sides. The old man is surprised by Cordia's sharp eye. Lastly, Uncle Scissors. I don't know. He won't talk to me. The girl's eyelids droop, her lashes casting little shadows. He only likes being with Auntie Needle. All right, kid. You've talked enough. Time to sleep. Cordia drifts off to sleep. The workshop still runs through the night, but she's long since learned to sleep through the noise. In the yellow light, the old man looks even more bent. He hides every metal box of old letters and runs his fingers over the clothes in his wardrobe he's made for her. When he grows, when his eyes fail and his hands can no longer sew, when the workshop has devoted his life to someone else's hands, at least something will still be there to keep her company. Since she came into this world, let her feel the little of its warmth. It's time. Well, time has come. He makes up his mind. Catherine's timber is quick. Her math is poor, but her work is always the best. If she were an assistant to a real designer, Bessie is worldly and fits in anywhere. Perfect example for expanding business. Constance's mind is sharp as her craft. She never makes careless mistakes. As for Anita, I truly don't know how to judge her. She's always quiet and unassuming, yet so thoughtful, almost as if she could read minds. Could it be because of her background? Maybe she can hold things together, at least until Cordia comes of age. The old tailor gives a short pencil stub and mutters to himself, thinking a knock on the door breaks his focus. He coughs twice and hides the yellow page with only the opening lines written. Master Ichabod, Christmas is next month. We planned a celebration. Maybe we should set work aside today. Celebration? But the delivery date is near and the client's order still. Concordia's birthday is soon, isn't it? We should give her a special gift, a surprise. You're right. Of course, she's my treasure. The lights in the workshop are mostly out now, but the sewing machine still hum lazily like tied bees. What do we do now? It's gone too far. There's no turning back. What about Concordia? Someone asked about it in a trembling, pinched voice. That's filthy little thing. Ball of germs. Dog with a tag to match. If the old tailor didn't have a habit of hoarding useless junk, she'd have frozen to death years ago, right? You all know what we need to do. But she's only a child. We should have left her to suffocate in the snow back then. You just didn't want bloody hands, coward. The girl startles awake. The workshop is strangely quiet. The smell is wrong. Her beloved puppy doll is gone from her bedside. She swallows her hurt on her knees. Dan climbs out of bed. Puppy, where did you go? She holds back tears in the dark, eyes wide as she searches. Sell her directly to clients who have needs. Little girls, everyone prefers them. They fetch higher prices. I'm not lining middlemen's pockets. Who know much they skim? Her haircut is unusual. Maybe some lost Prado's officer bastard. Raise her and catch her later. Everyone loves that story. Maybe just the last shred of conscience from two desperate poor souls before they died. You love gambles. I hate them. Starting than usual, she moves along the wall, carefully step by step. How many more days can you wait? Los Prados now opens its doors only to the most elite, the very top. Don't you see? Whether we catch the tailwind depending on what we do now. As it is, not a single one of Cordo's personal things remains in the workshop. What are you guys talking about? Where's the old tailor? Where did he go? The girl peeks from behind the door, only half her face visible. Instinct tells her something terrible has happened. She curls her to herself, arms locked tight around her body. A woman hurries from the shadows, grabs the girl, and drags her hard to the workshop's front door, the spot where years ago the old tailor found her. Ow, Auntie Thread! She can't understand how the unusually frail thread can be so strong. The woman lets the girl go, crouches and meets her eyes, and holds her trembling shoulders, sorry, heavy in her gaze. The old tailor, he went far away. He won't be back for a while. Good child, run. As far away as you can from here. She presses something cold into the girl's hand. In the dim light, the girl can only feel the familiar shape. This is my metal tag. One day you'll get your chance. The woman shoves the girl, sending her stumbling forward. Tiny points of light appear, gathered and multiply like insect bites. In an instant, thick swallows of darkness flare bright. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Because I wasn't a good child. Because I didn't pray to the Holy Mother every day. They don't want me. They don't want me anymore. Leonard! This is all your fault! Go away. I never want to see you again. The Holy Mother can't save you. She can't save anyone. Fear tightens the girl's chest. She grips the metal tag. She falls. Her palm is cut. The blood smears across the metal. She scrambles up and runs, staggering as if chased by a demon. Oh, shit! She got an upgrade. Find my birth parents. I'm not interested. To me, the old tailor is my parents. Oh, I understand. The old tailor loved you dearly. He loved you so much, and in the end, where there wasn't even a body left to bury. Who do you think took him away, never to return? Who wrecked your ordinary life and left you with nothing again? You want the truth. You want to find the real culprit behind all this. Yes, I want the truth. Oh, on the streets, in the orphanage, in the workshop, you gradually forgot your anger, your hatred. I haven't forgotten. I won't forget. You have power now, and with it, freedom. You're not that panicked little child who ran away, so do you want revenge for that old tailor? Revenge? Yes, I want revenge. Oh shit. Oh yeah, we finally fighting. Oh, Yada?
这里是什么地方？
Contact Yava and Shiva.
希瓦，发直，没有信号，被分隔了。
No. We're at Chibi now. I like how we're at Chibi.
经死亡了。
你他妈胡说什么？先走，快醒醒！
Oh wow.
没有命令就不知道做什么了吗？往前走吧。
Ooh, excuse me. Oh shit. Really? Wonder why that's there. There's something over there, but I don't know how to get to it. Because it's like, you can see it, but I don't know how to get to it.
我情愿沉默，我情愿成为他们中的一员。艾莉诺，不要这样，求求你！我不记得了，我不想记得。
Well, we got the achievement.
还剩多少时间？
Oh, it's the puppy.
小节奏啊，快过来，我给你准备了礼物。
是给我的，好漂亮。
Oh.
一把剪刀，它应该发挥它的作用，比如剪点什么。
Okay.
协奏，来，
是给我的，好漂亮。哎呀，这是他遗忘了的故事，还是被他一度坚信的真相？放心，我都为你准备好了。
Okay. Don't know what that episode's about, but you know, it's cool. Alright, episode 4, Yesterday's World. Oh, we're going straight into another fight.
在这里，没有命令不准开口。你们能做的，唯有服从。
Oh, what the hell? This is new. Okay. Damn. I can't see. Oh, wait, why are we getting ganged up? So is this one like when she escaped whatever she was at? Okay. That was interesting. It's kind of funny that they screwed up the voices with this patch. Before the update, it was fine. Was it English dub before? Actually? Also, Gray, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one. Yep, no fucking way. Actually, no wonder this shit fucking shit the bed on me so bad then. I knew they had more. I knew they would have had. I knew they had it English dubbed, but I don't know why it's like that now. It's so weird. Well, the first one, the video, that was Ian only. Oh, was it really? Woven Prologue, the prologue of it? Interesting. Okay. Realistically, ladies and gentlemen, well, but the rest working fine. Oh, okay. So the video was only English. Okay. The video was only English. Everything else should... Okay, I see now. I see. So, okay. I don't know if we're halfway now. Okay, I know we had to be. Yeah, with 30%. Holy shit. Okay. Episode 5, Beneath the Platform. Remember, you're no different than dogs. Worse, even dogs that don't think, they don't fear. So learn from dogs. If you're told to bite, you bite. If you're told to stop, you stop. Got it? If crying gets no answer, what's the point of crying? If needs go unheard, do needs survive? In the institution where children have spare emotions, obedience and conditioned reflexes are their daily lessons. Behind closed doors, the obedience training never ends. The instructors clearly tolerate it as long as they don't have to dirty their hands each time. They have to let natural selection do the work and discard the defective products. Oh, that director brought here personally. So what's so special about this candidate? After a few days of observation and interaction, Eleanor has to admit she's a little disappointed. 10 test after test, Discord performance is average, or maybe lacking any competitive drive is more accurate. She can't even read, just like the others, so what could have earned the director's favor? At least the name is unique. Wherever you are, survival of the fittest rules, fails to grasp it, and you're gone. She lingers at the back of the line while his old bullies knock Discord's in the middle of the floor. The blue-haired girl quietly picks up the food and finds a corner to sit. Playing weak, are ya? Not a bad move. She walks over and sits beside Discord like the most natural thing. Any other dude, she's scheduled training. The scheduled training begins. Finish your mission, fall behind, you'll get punished. Everyone begin! Countless parts scatter across the table. On command, the children move as one, assemble a handgun and chamber rounds at top speed. Eleanor, complete! The rest of the kids panic. It's their first day with this training, some can't even tell the trigger from the safety. Roxy, exit complete! Discord complete! The rest of you failed. Hands out! Eleanor steps gracefully out of line. A beat later, the squad follows. The stun gun cracks, charring the flesh of the palm until it's black and burning. The punished child don't dare cry, only sags to their knees. No one has ever doubted this place is nothing like an ordinary orphanage. They're afraid of you. Discord doesn't even dare look back, standing beside the girl. She speaks barely above a whisper. Is it because you're better than them? Are they jealous? Oh, being better is a bunch of fools. There's nothing to be proud of. What matters is being better at than the person you were. That's worth being proud of. To Discord, Eleanor asks for fine around teachers and other orphans, but never allowed, never foolish. Even when she wants to act out, she is never scolded. Her only quirk is that sometimes she's hard to understand. Among kids who lack schooling, that counts as an advantage. They don't fear me. When you fear something, you admit it has power over you. She tells Discord which children to study and which ones already understands completely. People should look for things that have meaning and value, then meet death calmly. Some people's vows is to help others realize theirs. She says in force that it's simply a matter of understanding, like how some creatures are born with a shaper sense of smell than humans. But the Discord, it still feels like magic. See, how about he's about to sit out and quietly ask the kid in front to help him cheat. The kid in front will agree, then sneak a look around, but the only one behind him won't like it. He'll, let me think. He's gonna push the kid in front of him. Ow, my nose! I fucking hate the sneaky cheaters! The class stops where a brawl breaks out and the instructor turns over and Discord stares, stunned as Eleanor predictions come true one by one. Can you make people do what they want? No, I saw until they can't. An expression crosses her face that Biggles in the door's calm with a child irritated. All I do is observe. I watch what someone wants, what they need the most right now, what they value. Then you know more about them than they do. Then, do you understand me the way you understand them? She smiles and says nothing. Discord can already ask questions and doubt better than the other fools. Like, which foot I use, which I step through the door next? A coin has two sides. You only get two outcomes when you use it. The commotion ends at a whistle. The other girl strolls back in the line. The younger girl realizes she's asked something dumb, flushes with embarrassment, then remembers a secret game that sealed her fate. A weathered portrait of an old man, a bird outstretched wings. She chooses the old man's face. The path led her here, the path led the other path. So free will is a joke, an illusion. The freedom people talk about is just making limited choices inside countless restraints. They wield freedom the way they wield power. In the end, it's the same pre-written road. Boring, mind-numbingly bored. At the end of her sentence, the girl's voice suddenly slips back into a child's tone. She steps closer, her shadow and breath fall over Discord. Oh dear, it's a bit too hot for you. Every window here is carefully covered to the children glimpse a strip of blue sky and dream of freedom. Yet the children still whisper about freedom. During breaks, they stare at clouds through the cracks and watch leaves fall with the seasons. Only they could be a cloud in the sky, then they could drift anywhere. Almost every child is taught this. Till Eleanor said it, Discord never considered that freedom might not be a good thing. Do you want freedom? No, we should follow orders. Discord unconsciously rubs at her wrist and restrains have clenched for years and forces the words out uncomfortable. Does a puppy want freedom? Can it run whenever it wants? The girl pictures the attack dog in their training cages, then shakes her head slowly and heavily. Then what about the strays outside? Do they go where they want, buy who they want? They don't need anyone else's orders. Discord doesn't answer. She studies Eleanor's face, searching for a response that will satisfy her. No matter how hard a small dog tries, no matter how hard it howls, it can't become a big dog.
So no matter how much the children yearn for it, they can't turn to the clouds. Discord struggles to take it in. But a small dog can still kill a big dog with the same sharp teeth and claws. I'm the only one who sees your potential. They all underestimate you, overlook you, but you are the protagonist of this story. You're special. Prove it to me. Eleanor lets the blue-tinted gauze slide from her fingertip and walks up about it from the stair corridor to the course room. Special? Protagonist? These words, sweet as honey, swirlingly sleep in the Discord's heart. Could she be a protagonist? Could she protect Eleanor, become a great hero in the picture books? The lamp still grows with its faint ghostly light, yet she feels as warm as she was standing there from the outdoor sun. The world gathers in new colors and begins to surge forward. In that moment, her broken childhood, all those years of wandering, no longer seem to matter. Oh, by the way, would it be your left foot? My guess is that you're hurt it before. You've been acting like nothing's wrong while quietly protecting it all this time. She glances back with an innocent smile and speaks the words that land squarely in the heart. You like the high important things. Is it because you've lost them before? The corridors of the dorms is ice cold at night. Many children linger there before bed, dragging their feet on purpose. Fool! She's tamed you, got dancing on her tune, so you just beat her more easily for the next test. Tag along, you'll find out soon enough how terrifying it is to be your enemy. Yeah, we're just hoping you face reality early. Cluster of lids closes in, a perfect target who never fights back. It's too tempting for their restless show-off energy. Someone shoves her, she stumbles forward and crashes onto the ice-cold floor. Think you're special, think you were chosen? The boy slips a fork from the caretaker's cabinet and climbs to the high perch. He flicks his wrist and sends the fork flying. The angle is off. He spins it and it clips her foot before bouncing away. Missed. Those things are a pain to aim. How about this? In one go, he throws the rest of the forks with Discord. They rain down like silver, clattering to each other without pattern. Only one fork spins past the tiny line, stripping off back to Discord's unprotected neck. The girl doesn't turn. Maybe she catches it in the corner of her eyes because her arm whips back on an instant. Damn, lucky dodge! The crowd scatters in a flash like ants doused in boiling water. Only two things can get the kids to stop their tracks and stop alone. A whistle or her. I don't know what they say. The girl bites her lip, unsure whether to repeat those cruel words, but Eleanor's eyes light up, fixed on the fork that was knocked away and now sits buried behind a wall. As expected. Smiling, she opens her arms and gathers Discord into a lace and ruffles. The unfamiliar touch makes Discord tense up. She doesn't know what to do. Nothing to worry about, right? The girl's hand pats her back, soft and soothing. Discord breathes into a scent that doesn't match Prologue at all, nestled against the gray hair, her tight muscles loosen. The bullying is brushed aside, the heart scolding a token confinement, and then the instructors and caretakers pretend it never happened. But after their confinement ends, those kids never come near the blue-haired girl again. It's not bothering me anymore, but what did you do? Did you beat them up? The girl asks inscrutably that she can't picture this teenager using violence. Oh no, I only just talked to them the same way I'm talking to you. This girl already understands that the girl is far more mature than she looks. She only acts like an ordinary child when it suits her. Don't you get it? Her forehead's already marked. Even if you idiots should know, some lines can't be crossed. The girl's gentle smile soothes out every anxious ripple in Discord's young heart like a calming touch of magic. From that day on, her time at Prologue goes easier. Discord feels as if she's run back into some simple, sheltered place, even if each day performance is anything but peaceful. As long as Eleanor is there, there's nothing to fear. All she has to do is follow orders and keep living. Yet a fate no child should bear still comes mercilessly. Final train of the year, make sure you're ready! Some kids sparkles hope at the word final, but the gray, flat eyes around them show that the words like these have long since lost their meaning. They're forced to fight each other. The closer the bond, the more deliberate they are. The merciless rules decide the part where little tenuous remains. The door opens, they step into the tunnel, drowned into the pitch black darkness. They descend a staircase, pass through another door, then hear the heavy clang of metal slabs sealing the ceiling shut behind them. Finally, the last door. Some children grow restless, others seem distant. Already half absent, they make no difference to what lies ahead. Complete your task, kill your companions, you're all free to the dogs! No, you don't have to kill them, just knock them out and it's over. Director Prologue, who almost never shows up, drops the remark like a stone before passing the microphone back. Training's almost over, no point wasting resources.
The other adults glance at each other and shrug. None of them bother explaining to the seldom seen director how important the preset conditions are for fighting the final levels of steel. Dozens of trained military hounds come thundering out. They're massive, all muscle, some almost as tall as the children. Every set of eyes locked on the central platform, their rounds rumble like distant thunder. Weapons of every kind of litter in the arena floor. The instructors leave for the monitoring room, waiting for the final results of this bloodshed. Of course, rather than give it up on Portland's too. Partially blood stains are made on the platform. Air reeks of iron. Discord yanks the chain linking to her neck to another as her face twisted in pain. A person must always obey. Be a perfect expendable, that's into the absurd. That's what shoulders are made up in the world wars. Life and death are a performance. 33 ridiculous coin tosses make you believe in fate, and you and I are puppets on this stage. Discord doesn't understand the poem like murmur, and even more obscure than usual. The girl smiles as if it's true a simple story. Ever heard of your life flashing before your eyes? Take oxygen deprivation, for example. It can cause hallucinations and a lot of plane crashes. When the cabin loses pressure, people pass out almost instantly. Your body's dying, but your brain hasn't caught on yet, so it gives you a dreamlike illusion. People who've had near-death experiences say they saw hazy scenes and heard of a clear announcer's voice. The moment they stepped into the unknown river, torches flare to life around them. Flicker of firelight brightens the space. You see people waving to you. Their faces are blurry, but you feel a strange safety and happiness, like an infant in a mother's arms. What are they talking about? I can't hear them clearly. Still, just recklessness? Are they turning a death test into a story time? The girl keeps talking to herself. The speaker warns that if they don't get moving, the preset lethal current will be switched on. Are you afraid of death? The young woman walks slowly to the weapons rack, her pale fingers slipping from her sleeve. She smiles like she's unwrapping a gift and reaches for a brand new chainsaw. Discord follows the voices on the loudspeaker and grabs a tentacle knife from the other rack. Suicidal choice. On the monitors, when I don't monitor if you're casting uncomfortable, well, a massive massacre would be too much. Rose Waters burrows prowl. The Discord is busy building the scene Illinois once described. Her mind is poured along as she peers down from several meters above the darkness below. Barking rises and falls from somewhere up on the platform. Death is safe and happy. What she sees instead is the opposite, a cold corner hidden from the bustling street, weak, shadowed, forgotten. She's been there before, felt it. If no one remembers you, maybe the fire you chest will finally burn out. The clash of gears and chains, the roars of monitors all explode at once. The blast of sound forces the girl to raise her voice. Jump from here. That's an order. Her last thread of hope snaps, so even Eleanor can't conquer a magic that shields them from reality. Why is the world like this? Is there no hope at all? Discord wants to close her eyes, but isn't allowed to. Her hands grip the chain at her neck, and she stops asking questions. Jump, 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 jump! Just obey the command. With the countdown to fight blaring from the speakers, she lets the strength leave her body, slides her left foot over the edge platform, and jumps. The fall should be brief. For a moment, feeling with the pressure of wind, Discord knows nothing. Then the pressure of her neck vanishes, enough to tell that whatever was on the other end is simply gone. Eleanor, she's passed the test now, isn't she? If all she wanted was to give up, she had hundreds of chances already. Tag along, you'll find us through the death. I'll teleported this to be your enemy! After that, every sleepless night, she chews on that sentence of the rhythm of the doors, snoring, imagining all the ways that might come true. In a blank, a puppy doll seems to appear on her nightstand. In the next, she realizes it's a nightmare. It feels like an unknown voice squeezes her heart, slinging her between light and the darkness. A good cry is the only thing that could settle her spirit, but crying is something reality never pities. At least she stretches the fingers that restraints still allow, lips moving soundlessly, tapping a melody from a memory into the moonlit air. I absolutely don't want to be Eleanor's enemy, but I also don't want to die! Survival instinct drives her to twist her body mid-air and bursts into a desperate adjustment, and her razor-sharp vision lets her see the ground below packed with hounds waiting for the meal. For some reason, the downward rush seems to slow for a heartbeat, just enough to finish the adjustment. Dagger clenched tight, Discord picks her landing speed. Did you catch that move? Some of the R monitors cries out. Discord catches onto the backs of two hounds, curling up to execute a side roll as their arm grazes their terrifying fangs. Though she manages to break her fall, the impact still forces a muffled grunt from the lips. No time to lose the pain. She rides the momentum into a lower couch. Twists halfway around and drives her knife hand up to the snarling hound's soft underjaw. Dark blood strays the twisting ribbons, crawling alongside the dagger's edge like living worms. Another hound, closer this time, lunges with a loud little snarl. Discord reacts faster than thought. She boots away one of those whose jaws no longer work, wins two chain between both hands, ready for the incoming kick, loops her nearest throat, and slams the beat into the ground with brutal force. She twists her wrist hard, the metal noose bites deep, tightening in, until foam flecks the muzzle and legs so slack. What if she had a whip in her sleeve? She slips through the weapon rack, circles again and again, and uses the metal fatigue she saw through the chain on her neck. Hey, she's throwing that gun off the rack! Wait, she jumped out herself! What is she really trying to do? Why are there no cameras underneath? Where are the drones? Panic erupts in the monitor room. They suddenly remember the passage beneath the platform. It's a route to outside, to freedom. Fish gonna be like, nah, I do live. Pretty much. Not normal guy. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you have a good day so far. Welcome back to the stream. Today's gonna be kind of a short one so far because I've got I'm a bit behind on scheduling. So we're gonna be cutting this short. However, though, I am almost halfway through this chapter, which is really good news. So we should be able to finish it by Tuesday stream, hopefully. Someone's getting nervous. Who would have thought anyone could escape from Prologue? Isn't it just that their abilities have surpassed every adult's expectations? Worse than that, what has been done to these children is something even heaven would refuse to forgive. Their burns no longer than the sun of every will set against them. Holy shit, this is a long chapter. How many is that now? The deafening wall of barking fades until she realizes there's not a single bark left. She wipes the blood, sweat running from her nose, and finally steals a breath. Good, I like dogs that bite. Discord looks up, delighted to see the girl walking toward her. She's still keeping her weight pressed on the one gasping hound. The last whimper disappears into a heavy silence. Eleanor! She runs over, then freezes where she sees the girl no longer spotless. Looks like you're enjoying the game too. She tosses aside the blood-smeared power saw, frowning from her sleeve where flecks of flesh, bone, and blood have marred into fabric. Not elegant enough, though. If only there were a weapon that didn't make me get so close and keep that mess off me. She selects again, and this time it's a modified double-barrel shotgun. Lifts it, softly mouths a bang as she takes aim. The hound's head bursts, its body stumbles forward a few more steps before dropping, confusion still etched into its movements. Well, I'm pulling for Eleanor. Ugh, this noise is overdone, not my taste. Whoever controls us must be dealt with for good. Discord flicks the chain of the jaws with one last hound charging toward Eleanor's back. She drives a knife into its heart. The shriek stops. Said the game is over. Shame, I forgot to keep score. She reaches out her cool hand, and when her palms meet, Discord feels herself pulled forward. Hey! Why is she staring into our soul? The warrant to bring Discord a profound sense of comfort. She lets herself get led by that laughing figure. There are no more enemies to guard against. The bloody arena fades into a platform ballroom. Hand in hand, they walk across the carpet, cooling into the dark red. They drift through the grand halls. Their skirts flutter, their steps are light and free. It is Discord's first ball. She is a flicker of the dark moon, the bloom of flower, the sweeps purple waves, calm on the surface, burning inside. Discord stares at the girl leading her. Would I one day be like those hounds standing your way, blindly following commands? Oh, it's not the same. You take orders from me. I'm not a slaughter maniac. Those dogs died, but their deaths had value. The girl stays quiet, so the Eleanor turns back to search for her eyes. You don't like it here anymore, do you? It's because they made us kill our own. It's too much. Then we'll be leaving here soon. Coming from her, it sounds like a joke, but deep down, Discord firmly believes it. After that, everything's a blur. She barely remembers the adults swaddling through the gore to pull them out and spinning them apart. Maybe someone even asked why she ended up at the door. That's not necessary. Eleanor's voice drifts from the next room as Discord sinks into a slumber under the nest of sensors. I would say scissors. It's for our own good, for our betterment. When she wakes, only bare walls remain, echoing into the emptiness. Metal bunks stand in neat rows. Thin mattresses are stacked flat. No one sleeps here anymore. Every child is gone. Eleanor's got a new home. Isn't that great? Relax. Your new life starts soon. She wasn't wrong. In the cozy bedroom above Last Prado's tailor shop, Discord runs her fingers over the skin where her neck wrist once bound. She lets out a soft sigh that's far too heavy for a child. Interesting. Alright, we're 36%. Okay. I think, where are we at? So we're 6, 7. We got, what, 10 more episodes after this? What time is it? 7:39. I know I need to get started on some things. I need to figure out how long it's going to take me. Let me look. Okay. So we got what, 10? If we do this chapter now, we'll have 10 episodes after. Okay, we're gonna go till episode 8, and then that's probably gonna do it for tonight or today. That way I can get started on a lot of things. So it's kind of been a short stream, but you know we're making really good headway though. So we're gonna do 6. We're gonna go to episode 8, and then that's gonna do it for tonight or today. So here we go. Episode 6, covering cloth.
给你一个机会。
Is a good stopping point. Episodes, yeah, we're gonna go to episode 8. That'll give us a good. That'll be a good stopping point for us.
他们把你当成了警官，这样正好。你不是一直很想知道真相吗？
Okay, here we go. Okay, so is he... Okay, I have a feeling that we're looking... Discord's looking for the killer of... Who killed Pollard, I believe. Never mind, she's looking about the fire of her passport. Okay. Oh, we get to actually use her?
At your service. I only converse with living. I'll stitch your limbs together. No stain survives my... At your service. Pity. I am not some worthless stray.
Ah, okay. Oh, didn't even get to see the fucking move. Ain't that a bitch? Didn't we just investigate this part? Ah, never mind, we didn't. The night after the tailor shop were burned down, so I had to figure it out. Moved away, it looked like blurring something. Okay.
The trail has
Oh.
one end.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Damn. Okay, I wasn't expecting to actually do that with the run off the bat.
Not some worthless stray.
Hey.
At your pity, I only converse with living. Greetings and goodbye.
Simple but effective. Tell me I gotta go fucking all over here. Episode 7, wielding shears. Okay. Discord is good. Ultima / option if you didn't get Virgil. I'll see. Zono's Grand Mansion is a gilded prison. The mirror bright marble floors reflect only the lonely shadows of his captives. Discord stands silent. Whoa, she got glasses on? What the hell? The files, her chest aches. It takes time to realize it is a pain. It is an hatred digging root and dig again. Hatred born from the towering blaze from every moment of love when she heard the true name. I know you've been digging up in secret, but you never guessed it. They were right under your nose. They never left. Eleanor walks over, gently takes the paper from her hand, flips through them idly, then snaps at a photo and tosses it into the tea table. Oh, that workshop you thought burned in Bordeaux? It was labeled as an accident site and paid a fat insurance claim. Then it was sold in secret to the Eastern Syndicate. They built a weapon plant underground and shipped untraceable arms everywhere. My aunties legitimate businesses keep feeding those honey-nested advice, strong every kind of past. And the poor tailors, new faces, new identities, new names. Now they strut in Los Prados casinos and burn money like paper. Even as the notorious smugglers, underground arm dealers still look a lot more respectable than tailors. The maid knuckles go white from her grip. The Polar Agency taught you how to unravel every clue, piece by piece, until you reach the final conclusion, no matter how unlikely it's the truth. I don't think your skills are slipped. Discord doesn't respond. She lifts her eyes to look. Eleanor is unmoved, as if a tangled gaze can't touch her. She turns halfway, seizes the skirt with poise, and sits back down. Slender figures with clear polish turn page after page, and stop a name that now feels foreign. Concordia, is it? I'd rather you play your own life melody than back someone else. Even if it's twisted work, and I'll play twisted songs. Discord's whole body shakes. She clamps her eyes shut to hold the surge inside. My aunt hates uninvited guests too. We can teach them some manners. The purple figure leans in from her chair, blocking the mansion's ever-watchful camera. The whisperer is barely there. Now you get to choose. What will it be? Lucky 38 and name gamblers love to play because it sounds lucky. The air is thick with sweet perfume and cigar smoke, unwrapping every gambler all the same. Wheel about to spin, dice clatter, chips change fate, and fleeting mods flash across faces. The lights are still glaring, the laughter still pierces, but an invisible pressure light tightens. The woman at the table is flushed with luck, cheers, congratulations, and syrupy flattery make her at the center of the room for a pool of desire. Yes, that is it. Oh, what the fuck? She sips the free champagne from the handsome bartender who thinks dreamily this is what she can't give up. This is why she lives. What happened is Miss Eleanor? You actually look radiant today. The gown is exquisite. I have the honor of knowing who tailor-made it.
Thank you for your visitance all these years. Taylor's name, of course I can share with you. Come with me. The girl's flawless fight shines into the center of chaos at the casino. Fueled by alcohol, the woman thinks she would gladly toss a few chips just to admire that doll-like smile a bit longer. After all, what she wouldn't see her stays here. Just with a glance, the bodyguards escort the two of them politely to the reception room. She thought of his politeness. In the endless dark corridor, the elevator hits a halt of regular motion, finally tells her something is wrong.
Miss Eleanor, what do you mean by this? I didn't pull any Dirks into the casino. Tonight was all luck.
As the fake electronic velvet curtain fades, the beautiful girl smiles.
Old friends meet again. No need to tense up.
The Taylor's name is
Discord.
Her stammering stops, needles spacks until her spine is pinned to the corner. Years of comfort did ease the Taylor's instinct. She still seeks safety in tight spaces.
Well, look who it is. Not a nightmare anymore. It's real now, isn't it?
Sweet beds her feet at the old nightmare of real. Yet something still props up her body and face.
Why she show up in front of me again? You just won't go away. I said from the start, pull the weeds out by the roots. Why didn't anyone agree with me back then? Who would have thought that the filtered little orphan would become mated Mazzono's attack dog? Ha 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 ha! Oh, in the end. Hall of Las Platos, even with new owners, still bears the Sinclair name. In the end, you can't escape destiny either! Ha 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 ha! Was it you who destroyed the workshop? I don't belong there. I never belonged there in that dusty cage. Was it you who killed the old Taylor?
Nito stopped laughing. She won't answer, making heavy makeup can't hide the same restless hate as before.
I always thought if I wore fine clothes, arrived with luxury bags, spoke with grace, and complained about every weather and food like they do, I'd become one of them. I'd be upper class. No more bowing or scraping, no more crawling in the mud covered in filth.
Oh my goodness, she gonna kill. The nightmare approaches step by step. The blank expression makes her realize it is real and impossible to escape.
But it's useless. The club turns away anyone without status. What once seemed like an astronomical sums to me are nothing more than meaningless decimal points to the true wealthy. Their words, their glance, showed nothing but contempt and rejection. Why can't it be me? Why can't it be me?
Her voice is hoarse from screaming. She pounds the wall behind again and again, knuckles splitting from dripping blood. Her elegant hairstyle, head so carefully arranged, falls apart in their strands.
Those wearing crowns, golden spoons in their mouths. Why can't it be me? You wouldn't understand. You could never understand. The numbers and cards would whisper to me. They bow their heads to me and call me their master.
Her long nails dig into her scalp, her face twisting into something grotesque. She still hates her heart. She hates her heartbeat is chained to the roulette table, hates the call's hand sitting beneath her velvet gloves, hates the slowly work she does on the ground. What she hates the most is she still believes she can claw her way into that glittering upper class.
You've always looked down on the poor, just as you look down on yourself. I don't hide my desire, and I will regret acting on them. And the desire built on crushing others will sooner let it come back to crush you. I'm about to turn my life around, win a fortune, in future without worry, just one more round.
Discord walks right past her, opening the main door and heading deeper inside.
Is it already too late? I warned her, but she still had to go out there. Betting on the future, betting on tomorrow. What's the point? Our fate never changes. We are always forced to bow and scrape.
The man speaks in a lower, mournful voice.
All these years, winning, losing, winning. All the time, lost. She lost everything. She'd come home cursing and turn right around and gamble again. The dealers knew we were easy prey from the start. They kept stringing her along, whispering just one more and you'll make it. Lady Luck was smiling you, but that one wouldn't win, always in the next round. Was it you who killed the old Taylor? It wasn't Needle. It was me. I did it alone. You've been festering on your mind all this time. We've been looking for you.
The man pulls a gun from under his table and files. His breathing turns ragged, his eyes dartling wild. The bullet grazes Discord's shoulder. She ducks behind cover, and the sound of gunfire roars through the room. The conveyor belt halts with a screech, and the supporting pipes snapping under the barrage and clattering on the floor. Discord knows exactly where every gun port belongs. There's assembly line is second nature. Bullets slam into the component's printer, sparks flying as the casing caves in. The magazine locks in place, death is chambered. He hastily assembles a gun, knocks out each line in precise order, and in an instant the barrage veers off course. One shot is all it takes. She moves silently until she's right behind him. The mission calls for precision and speed. They were all taught to never toy with their prey.
Damn! Damn!
A bloom of red explodes from her hand.
The gun slips from his right grip, and when
His left hand moves to catch it, another bloom follows. Play, stop the traitors less while you would. Sort of ages away, you're not different.
No, I'm not. Discord learned is like a shadow unbound, seizing the weapon and turning it back against him.
Mr. Akabad once patched those horns of my cause.
That was the kindest gift I ever received. Living together, laying our name.
Such a gentle name. But that name and that wish have long since been burned in the past. You can never go back.
There's no going back. In the hush, she lowers her hot barrel.
The third room.
Concordia, don't do this! Weren't we close when you were little? Look, I've always remembered you.
It would take someone strong, really strong, to move those tools and stack of fabric quickly enough to stage an accident. The answer is obvious. Heavy, massive sheets of cloth, every cover, every trace. The bulky body hits the floor with a strangely comical thud.
I was forced. They threatened me. I had no choice. You had plenty of choices. Her rage erupts, her eyes bloodshot. The blurry man tumbles so hard that a dark stain spreads across his fine silk trousers, dripping out of the concrete. She said, my daughter always deserved the very best. No, please, you can't kill me. Don't you want to know about your parents? I'm the only one who knows. I knew you'd come back one day. I knew you weren't the one to learn when you came from. You want to know about your mother and father. If you kill me, you'll never know. Spare me, please.
The trigger is about to be pulled, and Traffic makes a desperate lunge, roaring as he shoves over every shelf in reach. In the cramped space, Discord can't dodge. The heavy blow slams into her back, and the gunshot wound on her shoulder blossoms into a wider patch of red. But situations like this used to be just another day of training for her. The bigger the target, the easier it is to aim, even while lying flat. The target screams in pain. After a few deep breaths, she shoves the debris off herself and staggers at her feet.
My real parents. My real parents were Vala Archaeopteros, your master. And you killed them, didn't you?
Oh, so she already knew her parents way before then. The last room, a stark white, filled only with a cold set of metal and the sting of machine oil. Two walls are covered in mirrors, creating an illusion of space, making it hard to believe it is on the ground. Unfinished weapons lie scattered about in the disarray, a far cry from a Warth workshop full of fabrics and dust. The factory isn't actually that big. Shadows, symmetry, mirrors, years gone by, and the loss of familiarity only seems to make it larger. Discord fears nothing but disappointment. Not even the faintest scent remains from these old days.
Discord.
On the floor, she hears a face that has changed the least. For the first time, Discord feels a flicker of nostalgia. In the darkness, the woman's silhouette trembles. Discord forces herself to bear the dull ache in her body and the dizzy haze in her head, hoping not everything is already too late.
Auntie Thread, you were forced to help them. Otherwise, why would you have let me go back then? Is that really the truth you believe? You're still the same as before, naive and foolish. Of course it was because you still had value.
The woman makes no effort to hide her amusement, laughing so hard her whole body shakes.
Revenge is always excites an audience, flooding them with adrenaline. It's the ultimate form of entertainment. You had forgotten this place to become a weapon factory, have you? Assembling weapons is just easy as assembling clothes.
Discord still hasn't figured out how Thread, once the quietest and most caring, became the link tying all the others together. A circular machine, brows bend.
No!
One second. Okay, let me check something really quick here. Okay, we're good. Alright, here we go.
Don't you think killing him was doing him a favor? It was you!
Discord's blue eyes widen, rain surges beside her, but she has no time to let it out. The next moment, it feels as if time has slammed on the brakes, dragging each second into an eternity. She has been watching Thread closely, but never suspected that the walls she thought were mirrors would drop to the skies, revealing two more circular machines, one on each side, slowly rotating and ready to strike.
The old tailor was still my master. I was his most treasured, his most beloved apprentice. After the fire, they gave me what ashes they could recover. But his precious little Concordia was someone who never really existed. Those days when you thought were treasured, they were all an illusion, weren't they? The oncoming laser feels like it takes forever to arrive. The deafening roar fades into a whisper. She stares and straight into the beam with dazzling light blinding her eyes. For a moment, the overlapping reflections in the mirror, she sees the timid little girl from the workshop. Herself at 7 or 8, she calls Cordia, lifted high and cradily loving in the old tailor's arms. At the far end of the bright roar stands the little girl, innocent, pure, happy, and unaware, watching herself now, a bloody figure crawling into the shadows. A strange chill cuts up from her leg with a searing heat, and what seems to scorch her brain, light and body start to peel her apart. Her vision drops, the world tears like cloth. A big order from some outfit, back when we were tailors. Those what saved us of so much trouble. Thread explains coldly, as if none of it concerns her. The circular machine closes in, descending like a press, bearing down like it's clutching parts. Only after it pulverizes the joints of her right hand and ends her resistance as the spin back to its spot. Whether it's thread, fabric, or even human flesh, it can cut everything cleanly into whatever shape you need. Truly an exceptional tool. The legs severed by the laser are razor smooth, that is sharp, the surface perfectly even. The stumps bend slightly at the knees, as if still capable of offering a polite bow. Flesh and bone form a flawless cross-section, and the terminal effect seals the wound readily, and only a little blood boils from the vessels like a night tide quietly rising down the rocks. Were it not for the circumstances, the young woman would almost crouch down to admire the workmanship. Oh, sorry I'm late. Shutting down the factory's automated security system took some time. She uses her custom umbrella to flip the nearest circular machine into the air, then drops in the MP device. All the machines still running in the room immediately go out of control, crashing to the floor with a crack, splitting static and sparks like empty shells drained of their souls. The redactus femoria is still twitching faintly, is no different from the lag specimen lying on an operating table. Machines can be dismantled and replaced, but the human body breaks so easily, the fragile young woman says with a note of regret. But in your state, how are you gonna take revenge? Discord lies in a pool of crimson. There is no time to think, only instinct and old training driving her to flood her body with adrenaline, fighting to stay awake and not pass out from the blood loss. Ah! For the first time, she screams, hysterical gut wrenching from the depths of her chest. She longs to reach out for the child she once was. Desperate help, yet she can't bear to destroy that fragile illusion of happiness. Oh, where has my little dog gone? Oh, where can he be? I saw him hiding behind the tree. Why can't I see? Medical technology these days is advanced. With wounds as clean and precise, your legs could be fully reattached in just a few hours. Are you gonna give up your revenge? The youngest woman stands there alone, paying no attention to the woman nearby her. Or the killer machine strode across the floor, but instead asking unsettling intimacy. To complete the mission, use everything at your disposal. Ruthless conditioning from the poor lady to see resurfaces in her mind, Discord forces herself upright, scanning her surroundings through the blurred vision. No legs, doesn't matter. She looks at her own legs as if they were just two pieces of fabric someone forgot to stitch together. She knows exactly what to do next. With his ears cut short and his tail cut long.
Just like a needle, a thread can turn skates into toys or clothes. You've got a pair of skillful hands too. One day you'll be able to stitch your life into whatever shape you want.
Whatever shape I want. What is it? Speed run! Why have I become this? A failure who can't take even revenge. Thread shrinks into the shadows of worry. Once she sees a newcomer that has no interest in her, she watches the maid squirm at a touch of pity. Strange, I heard that tailor shop in the old district of Los Prados burned to the ground that Christmas. Only one survivor, little blue-haired girl. You accuse us, but not the other killers? Thread's words are light as cottonless thread, yet deadlier than any weapon. They hit the neck mark and leave the wounds that won't stitch. You... shut up! She steps left to avoid the weapon flung at the last thirsty burst. But I didn't do anything. She stretches her pale, vine-laced hands out of the shadow and gestures. I've got your name on the metal plate that fits you better. Discord. Off-key, unreliable. Suits your ugly state, right? We're so alike, but I won't allow you to have more than me. Bloated, twisted every subtle need within time, the young woman is a little thrilled. She loves to dig up and witness in nature that people hide. Eleanor lets the woman finish her cleanup, then notices the console self-destruction bar has completed. After all these years, now you know the truth. Are you satisfied? She tires with the blood shrink in heavy air, reels her in threads, blurs her presence, and leaves without a glance back. Hypothermia from blood loss finally hits. Discord's grip on counters of slides. Eleanor Sinclair stands still like a potted ornament. Engines retreated, power cuts, the destruction cut down, tickles. And the place is empty, about to be abandoned. Play your own last melody rather than be back someone else. I can't pass out yet. She fights her tremors, grips a slender metal rod at her side, then raises it high and drives it down, skewering the two broken halves on her right leg. Ooh, yeah. Oh, god damn! The tip juts from her legs. Wet rib drips down from the blood and steady beats. The claws wounded and punched through again and again. Muscle spasm, blood scent smothers the burnt smell. Pain takes the brain back. Down. But the nerves are gone, only a faint scorch heat lingers. No matter how she tries, her left leg is foreign thing. She can only drag it awkwardly. The solution of tearing flesh echoes in her ears. Pain is no longer the main concern. The pain, delayed, is already like 1,000 red-hot needles driving through her flesh. What difference would it make? Her sight goes blood red. She bites her tongue and stays awake. The other one. Move. Come on, move. This barely passes for an emergency measure. Dying pullet hounds still bare their teeth, still obey in fear, still lunge in hardiness. Discord has seen it too many times. Crying only provokes weakness. They learned long ago to kill anything feeling that hurts on the mission. Tell the dog I love you. But where can he be? Her childhood appears one last time, smiling under a cloak of memory, then leaves her steel needle on her leg, bleeding hard. Damn, what a fucking scene! Eleanor, give me an order. We chase her down and kill her. Let me kill her. I'm not worthless. I still have value. I can do it. Please. Her broken whimpers rasped like a small animal in its last spasms. Her long dried eyes finally wet at those words. All the tears she had ever held back followed once, blending into the red. The young woman's brows curved like a sharp new moon. Painted nails pressed down on the rising smile. All right, I'll give you an order. But I have no feet, the ghost says. Would you like a pair? Yes, I would. Then come find me at the bright Dial, she says. Place where Judgment Day can't be postponed forever. While the light breath lingers. On a damp night, the low rumble of thuds drift through the highest window of the mansion. I'm sorry, Aunt, but I thought you would be pleased. You better tell me the truth. The madam runs her fingers impatiently along the stem of her glass, the crimson liquid inside the unusually thick, swirling only faintly. Dragon Destroyer! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you, wherever you may be, hope you're having a good one so far. Happy Saturday. Hope all is well. Your week is going good. Yeah, it's great. Yes, today's going pretty well so far. Gonna be a short stream. We're gonna be ending it early just because I gotta get some things done today. Content-wise, and I need to get that done. Absolutely have to get it done. But holy shit, these fucking nodes are long. Even though we're like episode 7 right now. God damn, this takes forever. The vast room feels far too empty and cold for just 2 people. No syndicate who keeps such a steady supply. The real employer isn't a gang, it's the military. You think I wouldn't know? You want revenge on me? On Colonel? Mazzano frowned, citing her grip of the wine glasses that ready to hurl both the glass and her anger at her niece in the next second. I did it for Discord. Revenge, that tired, worn-out excuse. Mazzano has no interest of hearing it. You went to their stronghold with Discord with barely any bodyguards. Even though she survived, she needs prosthetics now. She'll be useless. What exactly were you trying to do? Do you know how many of Colonel's eyes are waiting for me to make a mistake? Anyone in Los Prados knows what the name Eleanor Sinclair stands for. In this fragile balance of power, whoever makes the first move becomes a target to anyone else. The victory she had almost claimed is almost gone. I don't remember raising such a reckless niece. What were you hiding from me? Facing her auntie's fury, the monster's niece stands quiet, proper composure. Oh, success doesn't always teach. Sometimes failure teaches better. Her clear, graceful voice flows like poetry, completely at odds with the tense atmosphere. Besides, damaged slaves are always in high demand. They can never live out their masters.
She said it with such sincerity that Amazon feels a chill down her spine, and the next with the one unease can begin. It's hard to tell or even understand what kind of twisted emotion this is. To regain her composure, Amazon wraps her fingers around hard against the desk. New thoughts quickly push aside her earlier frustration over her disputed plans.
Never mind. If it fails, we throw it all away. Things are only going to get busier. Good morning. I hope you're having a good morning so far. I hope you have a good weekend so far and a good rest of the year. Yes, sir, Blaze Warrior. I hope you have a good one so far. I hope you have a good weekend as well. Nice, good for you. Dude, I'm glad things are going well. And yeah, congrats on making it this far. I just got off PGR myself, and now I'm at 10K tickets total, so I'm saving for the next console. Dang, that's a whole lot of tickets. Isn't she free though? I'll finish all the tasks you give me. Have the maid make me a few more beautiful dresses. Finally! Oh my gosh, we finally get to do something. Brr.
果然是你。愚蠢！我告诉过你的，交易已经完成了。
No pity. I only converse with living things. I am not some worthless stray. Betrayal has but one end. Cut them down! Shred them apart!
Hey.
Pity.
Okay, so I pretty much press the pings. I can do that doesn't attack, but then if I do my dodge, it does that. I think. If I'm not mistaken.
I am not some worthless stray. Reckless. Now your flesh will learn my weave.
No, it's not. Never mind.
Cut them down. Shred them apart.
I just gotta continue to fucking spam the red ping. Oh yeah, no, I'm already planning to get Teddy for free, but I'm just saving for the next commandant. Go for the next construct. I see what you mean now. I'll see what you mean now. Why are we fighting her?
Did you saw you out the window?
Pity. I only converse with living things at your service. I am not some worthless stray. Betrayal has but one end.
Break!
I am not some worthless stray.
Nice, broke her.
Reckless. Now your flesh will learn my weave.
Hey.
Greetings and goodbye. Barely scratch.
Break!
What? Oh.
To call yourself a dealer.
I do like how that you can close the gap very quickly. Just fucking
Greetings and goodbye.
immediately just do
Betrayal
that.
has but one end.
Break!
Cut them down. Shred them apart.
Damn, that didn't kill. That did that. Oh.
You out the window? Bring you. 等着吧，你也不过是他可以随意掷下的筹码。
Oh, you have to hold the ult? I didn't know that. Huh. I didn't know if you hold the ult, it does more. It does it differently. So, okay. Interesting. It's going alright. Been doing the best to improve to get my better on my voice. To get better improving, showing more emotion, and just to show that I can improve taking the orders. Yes, sir. Hey, you got to be a sponge and learn. It's all that matters. Oh, here we go. Hey.
跳下去吧，这是命令。
聪明。
Whee! There she goes. Okay. Let's see, we're on episode 8. I think we're over 50% now. We're right there, but I think we'll probably save this for next stream because I think that's a good stopping point right there. Like, we literally are just now, literally all we got to do now is just continue on with the rest of the story. We should be able to finish it on Tuesday. It's just like I said, I gotta get some things done today that have to take priority. But this is so far a good chapter. This is a good chapter so far, learning about how Discord came to be. And knowing that she did get revenge, kind of, sort of, not really fully yet, but she's getting there. I never got really good with voice acting to keep going, but one thing I learned that really helps with involving emotion is to try and think of memories that invoke the emotions, offset emotions. Yes. You gotta go to some places if you're gonna bring out like really, really good stuff. Like that's how I do it. Like, especially with a lot of things that I got coming up in the future. Yeah, especially with a lot of things that I got coming up in the future. But I ain't gonna say nothing else on that. So, alright. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for today. Like I said, I would like to keep going, but I've got to get some things done. I'm gonna take a quick power nap because I was getting ready to pass out each time I was reading this. Granted, it was kind of slow, but it was still good. And then from there, I gotta get started on working on the short film. I'm hoping to get that out today. I'm hoping to get that out this weekend. That way I'm on schedule for a lot of things and we're good to go there. So yeah, that's like I said, it's a short stream, but it's gonna happen. But we should be able to finish Discord story on Tuesday. Either way, should be really fun. And then from there, we go to do Veronica's floating record. So if you want to keep going, just keep going. I would, but I gotta take priority over the short films. Those gotta get out because they take priority. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, again, that's going to do it. I thank you all so much for being here and watching me. You didn't have to watch me today, and the fact that you decided to watch me, it means a lot. It truly does. And I can't wait for you all to see what I have in store for the future and what is to come. So, just stay tuned and keep watching. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I will see you all Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we will be continuing, maybe finishing, Discord's floating record, Woven Prologue. Until then, have a good weekend, everybody. Have a good morning, have a good evening, and have a good night. I'm out. Peace!